Over on the right of the toolbar you have an arrow, and the tip says this is the select option. Typically applications have a time and a place where you want to select items that are on the screen and do something with them. Since I'm starting with a new screen, we don't have really anything to select, so I'll have to make some things first. So I'm going to go back to my pen tool and I'm going to make, here's my guy, and I'll do a different person. Here's another person, and do my highlighter, and yet another person. And I could just quickly insert an image. Or two. And so now when I go to select, simply I can click on each item, or rather drag a box around them, and that highlights it. So it's not terribly intuitive because you expect it to draw a box and it doesn't. It gives you this line. But I can just draw a line through it and notice that each of these characters is made of 3 different things. Right? Now if I draw through all 3, it treats it as one. So I can move this guy up here. I can separate this person's body from their head by drawing through those 2, and I can just take this head away by drawing through it and going like that, or maybe mixing and matching. On the picture, I draw a line through it, and it gives me the same tools that we saw before for manipulating a picture. And so essentially when you have a bunch of different things, and as your drawings get more complicated, you have lots of different objects on the screen, and you may want to move one to the front and one to the back. So for example, this joy picture, I want to put it there, and now it's in front of that person's head. So I may wish to change that around. So I'll bring my menu and I'll pick move to bottom layer, and now the picture, the person's head appears above it. So when you have complicated pictures, there's an advantage to be able to control layers. So just think of the select tool as a way of picking the item that you want to edit or manipulate. Now along with that, we also have this eraser tool. And the eraser tool has a number of different options: region, clear all, and pixel eraser. So region allows us to select an area, and so basically just like before, and I wiped out everything that this crossed over. So I can wipe this person out with one stroke. Whoops, didn't mean to, so I'll go do undo. Undo all of that. Right? Undo keys are great. I can also go back to my eraser and do a clear all. Boom, just cleared the whole page. Sometimes convenient, sometimes accidental, so we'll undo that and bring it all back. And then finally we've got the pixel eraser. And the pixel eraser is just like a traditional eraser if you had a pencil and a big sheet of paper and you just start erasing bit by bit. And notice that it doesn't really care about these objects at all. It just erases what you erase over. So there's a time and a place for that. For example, if I want to change this guy's hair and style it a little bit better, do that. Or maybe knock out some ear holes. Or I don't like the Y and joy. I just like Joe. I can erase the Y. Whereas that's all one picture, so normally you wouldn't be able to manipulate it by itself. Uh-oh. Now here I'm erasing, erasing, I'm erasing, and when I stop, it comes back. So that's not very cool, so I'm going to blame it on the software. But I seem to be able to erase parts of these guys, but it's peculiar to me that I cannot erase part of the picture. But I guess that's a defect as well. So there you have it. That's the eraser tool and the select tool.